Good morning, everybody. What up? Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. How are you? I got a few notes, but we're going to do what we've been doing the last few weeks, which is just chopping it up, giving you the opportunity to ask me whatever you want to ask me, getting insight on whatever advice you want, starting your morning right, starting your week right. We got to check in and see how your No Days Off challenge went. We got to check in and see how you're approaching the start of 2018, right? What up, everybody? I see you guys putting some hearts in the joint. Robeezy in the spot from her regular post in the car. I don't know. This is just kind of where I want to do it. So it's become the space for me to have it. And hopefully you guys appreciate that it's consistent. But welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. How's everybody doing? I see people are checking in. Caldoon, hey, darling. Shirley's here. Did you get your morning drink? I saw Crystal. Thank you for reposting about Morning Talks with Ro. You put your morning drink up there. I love that. Because we're about to get it in like usual. Hey, everybody. Hey, Crystal. I just shouted you out, girl. I just shouted you out. Did you guys see? I just posted about Personal Power University, my online coaching school. We have chosen our destination for our very first annual vacation retreat. I'm very excited about that. This is the power of creating community. When I first started this program, I did not know that doing a vacation retreat would be in the future. But this is a testament to taking the first bold step, and then the other doors of opportunity start to open. It is so important that we slay our fear dragons. And once we take that first step, then other ideas can start to pour in. Other options, other avenues of what you can do can start to pour in. But not until you take that first step, usually, will the Most High open those other doors and options and opportunities. Good morning. Hey, Taz. Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. Okay, so let me check in with you guys. Who in this chat so far was on the No Days Off challenge, and how did it go? Keeping it 100, how did it go? Did you do something every day to chip away at your goals? Did you do something, even if it was 10 minutes, 5 minutes? Sometimes, as long as you just dedicate at least something, it starts to build the discipline to keep taking a step towards what you want to experience in your life. So who was able to pull it off? Who went the distance? Crystal says, what did I just miss? Good morning. No, I was shouting you out. Thank you for reposting about Morning Talks with Ro and putting up your morning drink. I thought that was really cute because your girl has got hers too. So, hey, Kawanya, good morning. Good morning. So anybody in the chat, did you do the No Days Off challenge, and how did it go for you? I did the No Days Off challenge. It went well for me. I don't know if I shared with you. I think I did on the first video of the year. I shared with you that I am going for a certification right now. So I'm in school. Every day I've been chipping away at my goal to get this certification. You have to be self-motivated, you know what I mean, through the program. It's online, but it's going to add to my arsenal of tools that I can provide for you guys as a coach. Right now I have a very broad range of things that I can approach, but now I'm getting even more acute with what I'm able to help people with, even down to phobias. You feel me? So, Coach Robeezy getting ready to take it to the next level. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the chat. DZ, Dawn, how are you guys doing? So, who started out 2018 guns blazing? Who's feeling really good about it? And who's not feeling so good about it? You don't have to feel amazing about it. You might be coming in feeling kind of like, I don't know, it feels like just another day to me. And in essence, it really is, right? It's really a psychological trip, because every day can be a new beginning. Every day you can start over. Every day you can start anew. You can make a new choice, right? So who started the year out feeling empowered, and you've taken bold steps ever since then, and you've been building momentum? And then who's feeling like, I'm not really feeling it right now, and I could use some insight or maybe a push, or help me to shift my perspective about what's happening in my life so that I can get more excited, so that I can start taking those steps that you're talking about. Because maybe you don't feel very motivated, and that's okay too. Keeping it 100 will help. All right, great, Trey. Congratulations on taking the challenge and succeeding with the No Days Off. And he said no limits, hashtag no limits. Hello. I got hashtag up level this year. I'm up leveling this year. Shirley says she feels awesome about 2018. Awesome. Shirley joined Personal Power University as well. Welcome to the school. Welcome to the family. Very happy to have you there. Who else is in the chat? What are you guys saying? Did I miss anything? This is your first time. Verdero? Am I saying that right? Verdero? Welcome to the conversation. Good morning, everybody. Carrington, Trina, hey. Okay, so a few of you did well, or at least one of you I see commented about doing well with the No Days Off Challenge. That's awesome. Let me know if you want to do another one to keep the momentum going, because that's what it is. If you can stay consistent, you're going to get a lot done. That's where a lot of success is. Beyond, it's our discipline, it's our follow through, and being consistent. Being consistent. Welcome to the conversation, everybody. Okay, so I wrote a few notes. You know how I can do sometimes. First thing to possibly talk about. Well, first and foremost, who won the morning? When you woke up this morning, what did you think about? What did you do? Did you reach for your phone? If you're being honest, did you reach for your phone? Did you think about something negative or something bad that happened the day before? Or did you think about your goals and what you want to tackle or accomplish today? How did you start your morning? Talk to me. That's right, Tanya. Being consistent. I mean, I tell you, even when people aren't as talented, as long as they're consistent and they work hard, a lot of people are going to respect it and they can still see a lot of success. Some people, because they're talented, they don't work as hard and they don't see much success. So can you imagine if you combine your talent and you work hard and you're consistent and you're diligent, what that could mean for your success? But even if you don't have a lot of talent in an area, but you feel passionate about it, you feel purposeful about it, if you work hard and you stay diligent and consistent, if you persist, you can see a lot of success. Shirley says her no days off went great. Awesome. Awesome. So talk to me, you guys. How did you wake up this morning? Did you win the morning? I won the morning this morning. I got up at 5:30 in the morning so that I could be ready for this talk right now. And I could also set my intentions for the day, and I could put my energy and my focus in the direction that I wanted to go in. Crystal says, I'm doing okay with the no days off. I've got the goals, a few action steps. Now it's a matter of consistency and follow through. Follow through is our superpower. The reason that so many people who are champions in their fields look so brilliant is because they follow through. A lot of us talk a good game, but we do not follow through. A lot of us have the talent and we don't follow through. A lot of us have even the energy and the health and well-being. Do you know how blessed you are to have your health and well-being to go after what you want? I remember when I was, when I got the melanoma cancer scare back in 2014. And all of my focus went from going after my goals to taking care of my health. And in that moment, I realized how blessed I was to not have to worry about my health after I got through that moment in my life. But immediately my sights shifted from, oh, I'm going after my goals, doing what I want to do per se, to, whoa, Ro, you need to focus on getting yourself in the best shape ever, getting yourself in the best mentality ever, as you possibly can, setting tools up and people up around you so that you feel supported at every turn, and preparing yourself mentally to go into this surgery and come out with the results you want. That's where my mind went. Now I still tackle goals in the peripheral, but my main focus was taking care of my health. So I understand the luxury we have when you have well-being and then you're not even taking advantage of the fact that you're in a healthy state of being mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually even, to go after something. If you're squandering that, you don't even know the blessing that you're letting slip through your hands. Because so many people do not have that luxury and they're still going after what they want. I have a buddy of mine right now that's dealing with cancer, and he's still going after what he wants. But I'm sure he's got a lot of preoccupation with his health. I remember what it felt like for me to have preoccupation and still push through and still have to be diligent about where I let my focus go, where I let my mindset go. What I was diligent about every day, how I wanted to get up and win the morning every day. right? So it is a blessing and a privilege to be in a healthy state of being, period. And that affords you the opportunity to go after your goals. Are you squandering that? Are you squandering that? Okay, what are you guys saying? You began your day at the gym. Awesome. Awesome. Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro, everybody. Chopping it up, talking about no days off. We're talking about winning the morning. A lot of the champions, a lot of the people who excel in the industries that we admire, they win their mornings. They get up and they dictate what their day is going to do. They may get up and write down their goals so that they have their mind focused in the right direction. They may get up and meditate. I do. I get up and go into gratitude immediately, no less than 5 minutes, thanking the Most High for everything I can put my eyes and my heart and my mind on. And then I go into meditation. And then I go into visualization. Did you sit in your imagination today? Did you see what you want? Did you see where you're going, even though you may not know the how? Did you sit in your vision for your grander expression of who you can be on this planet today? Okay, Crystal says, so true about health. In 2008, I ended up with a blood clot in my lung. My doctor came into the hospital the next morning and said that had you not gone to the hospital when you did, you probably wouldn't be here. Health has to be a priority. Man, I mean, and you know what? It sounds, maybe sometimes until some of us actually experience something, do you realize that it's like paramount on the list of importance? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know sometimes until you hit a roadblock and you're like, whoa, how my attention just went from here to there to take care of myself, to even be able to go after something. And then I realized it was a luxury to chase my goals. There are some people living in this world who their biggest goal is to find clean water. Like, we are so lucky to be able to think loftier than that, to come out of our basic instinct, to come out of our primal state of survival and think from a higher chakra, a higher plane of existence to want to actualize a dream. That is a luxury, folks. So hopefully you realize that it's a luxury and you're not squandering it. We have a grand opportunity. And then that takes me, you know, to when you do want to achieve a goal, thinking bigger than yourself, being of service so that you might be able to serve somebody across the globe. You know, that speeds up your ability to achieve. Being of service to others. Finding out the bigger why. Making your goal not so selfish. How does it serve others? How does it afford you to be able to show up in the world? That is huge. And when you connect to that kind of a why, the service why, you can speed up your ability to achieve what you want to achieve. Making your stuff bigger than yourself. Okay, what are you guys saying? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You guys aren't really talking this morning, huh? You just listening? Okay, so let's talk about it. Living with intention. Who's been living with intention? And when I say living with intention, do you get up every day? Or at some point, do you claim for yourself what you want to experience or how you want to be purposeful in this day? Who you want to connect with? Where you're going? What you want to experience? What you'd like to create for yourself down the line. Hey, Trey. What you'd like to create for you. Are you living with intention? I learned to live with intention years ago. And so much so that beyond making like a blanket statement about what I want to achieve or experience in the day, I do it down to the moment sometimes. Every time I get in the car, right now I'm intending to have safe travels while I roam in open spaces. Right now I'm intending to connect with amazing people. Right now I'm intending for this talk to be better than I ever anticipated that it could be. That jewels will fall out of my mouth and out of my brain that I didn't even know were there. That you guys would exchange with me information that would help me grow as a coach and as a human being. I just set an intention right now in this talk. Can you imagine if you lived an intention-filled life, how your circumstances, how your interactions, how your connections with your environment and the people in it would change? Just because you're living with conscious intention about what you'd like to contribute to the moment and what you would like to receive or experience in your situation, in your environment. Wouldn't that change what you choose to do? Wouldn't that change where you put your focus? Wouldn't that change the actions that you take because you're living an intention-filled life? Powerful stuff, right? Super powerful. Super powerful. And when you hear this stuff, I want to remind you to make this a practice. Like, it's cool to hear it. I remember when I had been on my spiritual journey path, I had been reading all these books, and, I would go to, wherever the talks would be, or church, or, some group or whatever. And I remember getting to a point in my studies to where I thought I had heard all the concepts. I was like, well, I pretty much heard it. I thought I was just reading for maintenance. Reading for maintenance. And then I remember reading this book by Eckhart Tolle called A New Earth. And he got to this part in the book about the ego. And he talked about the ego, but not from a sense of like conceitedness or anything. The ego, just speaking about it being that part of ourselves that gives us distinction. That part of ourselves that allows us to show up as a unique expression of who we are, right? So in the ego, he's like, the ego is a trip. It'll have you thinking one way over here and one way over there, to have you thinking lofty over here, low over here. And then when he just broke the ego down the way that he did, just how you operate in the world, that's when I got the epiphany that this is not just about hearing the concepts that I'm probably going to hear over and over again. This is about getting to the new layers that those concepts are going to bring me as I practice them in my life. I got to practice this stuff. I can't just read it. It's just, blanket knowledge. When it becomes wisdom is when I practice it and implement it in my life. Every area of my life. It sounds like cliche to be like, be kind, right? But if you're not practicing kindness at work, if you're not practicing kindness on social media, if you're not practicing kindness with a friend, if you're not practicing kindness with a family member, with a stranger, then is it really wisdom yet to practice kindness? And once you put your attention on kindness, you might find out some things about yourself that you're like, oh, I need to work on that. I want to work on this. Because it may be difficult. It may be difficult to be kind. And you're not even self-aware until you put your conscious mind on being kind, right? That there's some places in yourself you want to heal. There's some places in yourself you want to work on. There's some places in yourself you want to bring awareness to. So, yeah, we could talk about being kind, but are you practicing kindness? Right. Like it sounds so simple, but it's about the practice. So when we talk about anything, any of these concepts, it's about not only hearing this stuff, but it's about the practice. If we're not practicing, it's not becoming wisdom. And then it's becoming this thing that you think you know. Because we all been there at some point where you're like, I heard that. I know that stuff. But it's like, no, you're not practicing it. So we need to hear stuff over and over again. We're creatures of habit. We're human beings. We do things based in habit. How many of us are in like just routines, but probably routines that aren't serving you? Because we fall into habits. So we need to break patterns. If, we know our habits aren't serving us or serving the world in a way that brings us joy, brings other people joy, or brings us peace of mind. All this stuff is a practice. That's why it's so important to not only hear it again, hear it often, but to implement it in every area of your life. That's where you're going to start seeing the real you show up, where you really want to make some changes, quite possibly, and start connecting in the world in a way that you didn't anticipate. It's going to open up a whole new path because we practice. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Welcome to the conversation, everybody. Welcome. Okay. Hey, Marquita, you got to tell me, babe, how your healing wound event went. Intention-filled life. Love that. Need to sit with that. Awesome, Nalaja. Good morning, dear. Good morning, Damar. Let's see. Shirley says, I always take the time in the morning and think how I can be helpful for my clients that day. Great. That's great intention. Now, if you want to take it another step forward and do that every moment, or not every moment, maybe that's too often for you for now. You know what I mean? But do it every hour, every encounter that you have with a person. As often as we can remember, the more that you can put intention in your life, on your path, it's going to dictate action that you're going to take. And can you imagine how that can change your life and how it can up-level your experience? How it can just make you more aware of your environment. And then make you more aware of yourself, make you more self-aware. And from that, we see where we need to do the work we want to do on ourselves or in our lives, or what we need to change, or what we'd like to see evolve, you know, from the work, from the practice. Good morning, Christine. I hope Cinco is doing good, babe. Let's see. I'm at work and I'll catch this on replay. Just wanted to say good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Joseph. So yes, shout out to living an intention-filled life. Okay, so now that we spoke about intentions, and for most of you in this chat, maybe you know what you want to do. Maybe you know your dreams of where you want to go. Maybe you don't know how, right? But you know what you want to do or what you'd like to experience, right? You have some goals. Who do you need to become to achieve that goal? And how in your daily practices can you exude the traits and the behaviors, the thoughts that can enable you to become that person? Can you act from that space right now? How can you practice it in your current environment? Become the person you need to be to achieve the goals that you want to see. Who do you need to become? And how in your daily walk of life, how in your daily practices, what can you practice every day that would put you in position to experience that? Does that make sense? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. Do you have your morning drink? Talk to me. Who do you need to become? And if these questions are not quite making sense to you, please give me some feedback so that we can expound on it. We can expand our perspective about it together. Talk to me. Oh, let me turn my thing on. You got green tea? All right, awesome. And Demar says it does make sense. Awesome. So who do you need to become? So I'm encouraging you to act from that space now. Today, when we get up, Bruce, genius is common. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And we're talking about the genius things that we can do to take us into that space right now. When we leave this video, in this video, who can you operate from the space, the character, the traits, the behavior that you think you need to be in order to become or see the goals that you want to see? Who do you need to become to actualize your dreams? And can you practice that today? Can you practice from that space today? Okay, so that's a question for you guys. Now, okay, that's it. That's what I wanted to bring to you guys today. Live with intention. Practice these concepts. That's where the wisdom comes in. Don't let it just be blanket knowledge so that we become one of those people that's like, yeah, I heard that. Oh, I'm reading for maintenance. Right? And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I got to practice this stuff. I got to practice discipline every day, not just in this area, but in every area of my life. Remember the quote I love from T. Harv Eker, how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you exercise a great amount of discipline over here, more than likely you're going to be able to carry that discipline into this space, and then into this space, and then into this space, right? And it becomes a well-rounded approach to your life. And if you fall off the horse, just get back on. We're not going for perfection. We don't know. We don't know what that is. We're going for excellence. Leaves room for us to make some mistakes, but still go for our best selves in the moment. Thank you, Bruce. Yes, Christine says practice makes perfect. Practice makes permanent. Practice makes consistency. Practice makes persistence. Right? Practice helps us to discover more about who we really are. Practice helps us to know where we want to do some work on ourselves. Practice of these principles, practicing love in every area of your life, not just where you want to love, not just where it's comfortable, where it's uncomfortable. That's where we really grow. That's where we really find out what we're made of. Practicing these things when we're uncomfortable. Practicing the discipline to go to the gym when you're uncomfortable. Practicing the discipline to follow through on whatever you said you were going to follow through on when you're tired. So that when you do need it and you are tired because you've been practicing, you can pull on that discipline. That discipline is going to be there to support you. And you're going to be on automatic pilot. Before it can shut you down, you're already going because you've been practicing. Practice helps us in so many ways. Let's see. Yes, I see the yeses. LaShonda started listening to 48 Laws of Power audiobook this morning. Woo! Okay, LaShonda, talk to me about the 48 Laws of Power. That can be an interesting book to take in. And depending on how you take in those principles, some people can be manipulative with them in a good way and not so good way. Talk to me about the most profound principle you picked up this morning. Damar says, as many of you know, that I want to become the greatest black rock musician. Say it with your chest. But in the meantime, I have to work on writing lyrics, ask people for help. That's right. Or how to make it in the music business. Learn my material and find a way to get attention by record and perform. Keep doing the work. Awareness is key, right? Well said, Damar. Unconditional wisdom. Amen. Lion says, my nephew has just introduced 48 Laws of Power. What do you think about that book or that audio, the 48 Laws of Power? What's the most profound thing you've picked up from it? Or what's the thing that you think is really good about it that you've read? Or what has you excited to take in the information? I want to know. Okay. Talk to me about the 48 Laws of Power. Do you guys need any book recommendations? Or teacher recommendations? Or, I don't know if you've seen it, I just launched my the next round of transformation. The journey is beginning on January 16th at Personal Power University. If you're interested, go to my Facebook page. You can scroll down. There's a link there. You can fill out the link, or you can put hashtag Personal Power University in this chat even. And I'll private message you and we'll take it from there and see if we're a good fit. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Derek, nice whip. Let me wash it for you, right? Taking it for a spin. Happy King Week. I love it. Thank you. It's raining outside in Cali. I'm so excited. Do you see this? We don't get you know how they talk about us. It never rains in Southern California. Yes, it is today, baby. It's nice and overcast. I love it. We've been needing rain. Do you know how long we have been needing rain? Okay, let's see. LaShonda says, I was confused during the preface. It's no joke. You're right about that. I'm only on the first chapter. Okay. Whenever you get a chance, LaShonda, come back and holler at your girl. Let me know what you think of it. Christine says, when is my book coming out? Need a copy. That book is going to be coming with my partner, and I hope to be done with that in April. This is the biggest writing undertaking I've ever done. So we hope to be at least complete around the spring. That's our goal. And it's just going to be a big one. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the conversation. Hey, Clarence. All right. First chapter is great already. It's not for everyone. Exactly. I can see how it's conflicting, but I also am listening for understanding. That's right. Girl, we had a forecast on my end. Birthday present. Awesome, Christine. Thank you for the support. This is why you need PPU. That's right, Shirley. So happy to have you on board. It's my honor to be your coach. Ready for my book. Please let you know. I will let everybody know when this book comes out. Trey says, I always send out good quotes to many people. Yes, you do. I love challenging myself to be a better version of myself. I really love to dig deep. We all should do a little more challenging things. That's where it's at. If you want to stretch into a greater version of yourself, into a greater expression of who you can be, it requires us to do the uncomfortable and to challenge ourselves beyond what we are familiar with. Right? Challenge yourself beyond what you're familiar with. Do something that scares you. Ooh, challenge. I'm throwing myself in the mix. Let's see. Do we want to do something that scares us? Everybody that's in this chat today? If you think we should all challenge ourselves to do something that scares us today, and I want you to leave a quote, a comment under this video, what you did, I will do the same thing. Put hashtag do something that scares me in the posts beneath this video right now. I can't even say the comments. Hello. Put hashtag do something that scares me in the comments right now. Let me see who's about it. It's 2018, baby. Who's going for it? Who's challenging themselves? Who's pushing themselves out of their comfort zone to see a greater, grander expression of who they can be, what you're capable of, how you're able to serve beyond yourself and achieve your goals? What do your goals mean to the bigger picture? How are you serving others by achieving this goal for yourself? Powerful question to ask. Powerful. Lion says, I started reading it. My nephew said the same thing you said. You can use it for positive and negative actions. So you have to be careful with your thoughts and actions. I'm working for positivity. Yes, a lot of the stuff that we use can be used positive and negative. So definitely living with intention, like we've been talking about in this conversation, is very powerful. Very powerful. Do you remember when we said, I think it was a couple weeks ago, I asked you guys to come up with 3 words that you felt represented the greatest version of yourself, who you choose to be. And I told you what my 3 words were, right? Endurance, excellence, and compassion. Those are the 3 words that I like to revisit every time when I'm living from intention. If you guys want to share with me in this chat, in the comments, what your 3 words are, if you haven't chosen them already, choose them today. It's a great way to keep you lofty in your behavior patterns, to keep you operating from a space of integrity, to keep you operating from a space of good, if that's what you choose. You know, it's something good to check in with, because it's easy to be distracted. It's easy to, have somebody take your